Welcome to July Trivia, 5 rounds, 30 questions, and 30 seconds to answer each question. Categories are military and war, arts and entertainment, innovations, sports, and famous birthdays. Round 1, military and wars. Round 1, question 1. On July 1st, 1863, the largest military conflict in North American history begins when Union and Confederate forces collide at what town in Pennsylvania? Is it A, Chancellorsville, B, Gettysburg, C, Antietam, or D, Fredericksburg? Answer is B, Gettysburg, of course. All right, question 2. On July 6, 1917, who led Arab forces in the capture of Aqaba from the Turks during World War I? Was it A, Thomas Edward Lawrence, B, Elvin York, C, Audie Murphy, or D, John J. Pershing? That'd be A, Thomas Edward Lawrence, also known as Lawrence of Arabia. All right, question 3. On July 12th, 1943, the largest tank battle in history, involving approximately 6,000 tanks, was fought between Nazis and the Soviet Union. What was the name of the battle? Was it the Battle of Stalingrad, the Battle of the Bulge, the Battle of Kursk, or the Battle of Berlin? That'd be C, Battle of Kursk. Question 4. On July 16th, 1929, Joan of Arc led what army in the successful Battle of Orleans? Was it A, the German army, B, the Italian army, C, the English army, or D, the French army? And that would be D, the French army. Question 5. Austria-Hungary declared war on Serbia, marking the beginning of World War I on July 28th of what year? Is it A, 1912, B, 1914, C, 1916, or D, 1918? That'd be B, 1914, beginning of World War I. All right, moving on to round 2, our category is arts and entertainment. Question 1. Legendary comedy duo Abbott and Costello made their debut with the network radio show on NBC on July 3rd of what year? Was it A, 1930, B, 1935, C, 1940, or D, 1945? It'd be C, 1940. Question 2. On July 4th, 1883, who created their first Wild West show in North Platte, Nebraska? Was it A, William Cody, B, Gene Autry, C, Roy Rogers, or D, Will Rogers? That'd be A. William Buffalo Bill Cody. Question 3. The first Etch-a-Sketch went on sale on July 12th of what year? Was it A. 1940, B. 1950, C. 1960, or D. 1970? That'd be C. 1960. First Etch-a-Sketch went on sale. Question 4. On July 16th, 1951, J.D. Salinger's only novel is published. What is the name of the novel? Is it A. A Farewell to Arms, B. The Catcher in the Rye, C. To Kill a Mockingbird, or D. On the Road? That would be B. The Catcher in the Rye. Question 5. On July 30th, 1936, Margaret Mitchell sold film rights for her novel Gone with the Wind to MGM. Her payment was more than any studio had paid for rights to a first novel at the time. How much did she receive? Was it A. $1,000, B. $5,000, C. $25,000, or D. $50,000? And that would be D. $50,000. Moving on to round 3, innovations. Question 1. On July 4th, 1903, what president sent the first message on the first trans-Pacific telegraph cable, which ran between Honolulu, Midway, Guam, and Manila? Was it A. William McKinley, B. Calvin Coolidge, C. Theodore Roosevelt, or D. Woodrow Wilson? And that would be C. Theodore Roosevelt. Good old Teddy. Question 2. On July 5th, 1987, wow, a little dyslexic. 1687, the Royal Society in England published whose work entitled Principia, which includes his 3 laws of motion and the universal law of gravitation? Would it be A. Isaac Newton, B. Johann Kepler, C. Nicholas Copernicus, or D. Galileo Galilei? And that would be A. Isaac Newton. Question 3. Dr. Daniel H. Williams performed the world's first successful open heart surgery without using anesthesia in Providence Hospital in Chicago, Illinois on July 9th of what year? Was it A. 1883, B. 1893, C. 1903, or D. 1913? That would be B. 1893. Question 4. Apollo 15 is launched from Cape Kennedy, Florida for a 4th lunar landing and the debut of the lunar rover on July 26 of what year? Was it A. 1965, B. 1969, C. 1971, or D. 1980? That would be C. 1971. Question 5. On July 28, 1976, how fast did U.S. Air Force Captain Eldon W. George travel in a Lockheed SR-71, a record for a fastest human has gone within Earth's atmosphere? Was it A, 993 miles per hour, B, 1,193 miles per hour, C, 2,193 miles per hour, or D, 3,193 miles per hour? That would be C, 2,193 miles per hour. All right, round 4, sports. Question 1. On July 1st, 1903, what annual sporting event began? Was it A, Wimbledon, B, the Indianapolis 500, C, the World Cup, or D, the Tour de France? That would be D, the Tour de France. Question 2. On July 2nd, 1921, the first prize fight offering $1 million purse is broadcast from Jersey City, New Jersey. What legendary boxer nicknamed the Manasseh Mauler knocked out George Carpentier in the 4th round? Was it A, Joe Louis, B, Jack Johnson, C, Jack Dempsey, or D, Rocky Marciano? That would be C, Jack Dempsey, the Manasseh Mauler. Question 3. On July 10th, 1920, what legendary horse defeated John P. Greer in one of America's greatest horse races? The champion horse ran the 1 1/8 mile track in 1 minute 49 seconds, a world record at the time. Was it A, Seabiscuit, B, Man o' War, C, Secretariat, or D, Seattle Slew? That would be B, Man o' War. Question 4. Babe Ruth debuted in the major leagues as a pitcher for the Boston Red Sox, making $2,900 in his rookie season. On July 11th of what year? Was it 1904, 1909, 1914, or 1929? That would be C, 1914. On July 18th, 1976, what nation was 14-year-old gymnast Nadia Comaneci representing at the Olympics when she executed the first perfect 10 score on the uneven parallel bars? Was she representing A, Romania, B, Italy, C, the United States, or D, the Soviet Union? She was representing A, Romania. All right, our last category, famous birthdays. Going to give you just one photo for you to try to guess the name of the person. And a few facts. The clues. Born July 1st, 1961. Maiden name was Spencer. Had 2 sons named William and Harry. Was Princess Diana of Wales. Question 2. Clues. Born July 5th, 1810. Business partner was James A. Bailey. Founded a world-renowned circus. That is Phineas Taylor Barnum, or P.T. Barnum. Question 3. Born July 8th, 1839. Founded the Standard Oil Company. had a net worth of $1.4 billion in 1937. That is John D. Rockefeller. Question 4. Born July 9th, 1856, attempted to build a death ray, argued Thomas Edison on the usefulness of AC current over DC current. That is Nikola Tesla. Question 5. Born July 12th, 100 BC, was a Roman general, a statesman, and dictator, assassinated famously on the Ides of March. That is Gaius Julius Caesar. Question 6. Born July 15th, 1606, a Dutch Golden Age painter. Paintings included Night Watch and The Storm on the Sea of Galilee. That is Rembrandt van Rijn. Question 7. Born July 19th, 1814, inventor and industrialist. Texas Rangers famously used his revolving handgun. That is Samuel Colt. Question 8. Born July 21st, 1899, American author, wounded in World War I. Novels include A Farewell to Arms and The Old Man and the Sea. That is Ernest Hemingway. Question 9. Born July 28th, 1929, married the 35th U.S. President and a shipping magnate, joined Viking Press as an editor in 1971. That is Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis. And lastly, question 10. Born July 30th, 1863, invented the assembly line, established his automobile company in 1903. That is Henry Ford. All right, well, thank you for watching, and come back again in August.